The first step that you will need to do is looking for a job in your proximity/area. Taco Bell or Costco or any places that are close in your area, because I will say a lot of hiring managers really like when you're close by and you want to work. TacoBellCareers.com, WalmartCareers.com. That is something that will really help, and just see if they have any positions available. When you arrive at the job that interests you, make sure you look at the responsibilities and the pay and see if that's something that interests you. And when looking for jobs, it's definitely a good thing to not be picky, but also make sure that you like the job and you know that you're gonna show up and work for it. Something else I would like to recommend is creating a professional email for your job journey. Creating this email also helps keep your business and your personal stuff separate. Create a professional email with your name, nothing with special characters or numbers, just something really clean. And then my other emails, they have a little bit of special characters, but those are my personal emails. But this one that I use to put on applications to hear back from employers. Once you have applied to places in this job journey and then this job process, it's really important to remain hopeful and to not be hard on yourself. Hearing back, it can take some time, but a lot of things in life do take time, and a lot of things in life do take a little bit of effort and work. So you putting in that application, that is already amazing enough, and I'm so proud of you. Put that application in and apply to 3 more places as well. Just make sure that you remain hopeful and positive and also patient. When you apply at the place, it can usually take about 3 to 5 days for the hiring manager or just someone to hear back from the application. But just remain hopeful because you really applied. Call during that time to ask for the hiring manager to discuss your interview. And I would also recommend going to the establishment as well whenever they open and say, "Hello, can I please speak to a hiring manager?" And if they ask what for, say that you had an application and you want to discuss your application in the interview. And that is something that really helps too, because it shows that you want to work. It shows that you're eager to work and you're showing up. And that's something that hiring managers do like. And as I said, if they don't go to the phone, go to the establishment in person, and it will also let you get a feel of the workplace and who the managers are, who your co-workers are, and it lets you see where you're going to be working. So that's a good thing to do. Before your interview, I would recommend showering just so you're super fresh before the interview. Put on deodorant, lotion, cologne, perfume, and then wear something really professional. I would recommend long sleeve with long pants and then clean shoes, just basic shoes, or even just a regular shirt and pants with shoes, and then have your hair like this or down or however you want to style it. And then if you wear makeup, make sure to keep the makeup not too crazy. Just keep it pretty, do it how you want, but no crazy contour, no crazy blush, you know what I mean. Look super professional on the interview, because we are coming to this job to work. We're not coming here for a fashion show. This is our workplace and where you're going to be working, so they want to see what you're going to look like. It's kind of like it's going to be your first impression, and we want our first impression to be super professional. Not only do we want it to be professional, but you also want to make sure that you have a good pep talk with yourself and let yourself know that you got this, everything's going to be okay, this journey is going to be great, because we're already starting what the hardest part, applying and going to the interview, right? So make sure that you're keeping yourself okay throughout this whole process, but make sure that we are remaining positive on the interview as well. Make sure you're super positive and happy, because managers love that. They love someone who's excited to work. Even if you may not be the most super happy and excited, they just still love that, because it's a good first impression. And they love a people person, because you're going to be seeing people. If the position you're working in, you're going to be meeting with people. Try to get a little better at your people skills, you know what I mean? Seeing how to talk to people, knowing how to talk to people, and keeping a great attitude, because keeping optimism is what's really going to help. Now, during the interview, avoid saying too much. They mainly just want to know your personality, availability, and if you're good for the job. For example, when the manager asks, "Tell me about yourself," say simply, "Well, my name is, I am years old. I really enjoy going outside. I have been coming to this establishment for a while, and the workers are nice, and I think I would be a great part of the team." That is short, sweet, and perfect. And then after that, you can keep going with that flow throughout the questions of what they're asking you. Just avoid talking too much about yourself and mainly talk about what you can do for this job. Lastly, finding a job can be tough, but don't be too hard on yourself and keep going even if life knocks you down. In life, a lot of things take work, but if you really want something, you will need to work for it, and you can do that work. Because in that journey, it's a journey, and it's a beautiful journey that you're doing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if this helped you guys. Bye!